Y'all, we got a big treat. This is a treat here. We have a guest sitting with us. We were already been talking 10 minutes. I had to kind of like, all right, stop, save it. This is But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio podcast, and we're doing the Vintage VPR season 4, episode 10. It's all happening.
It
Schwartz
is.
is doing it. He's doing it. Brittany's arrived. It's all happening. But before I get into it, let me introduce our guest, Ethan Cohen. He is a super fun, like multifaceted reality situation. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, but he's like casting. I found him on TikTok because my algorithm serves me exactly what I need, and I'll post it on, I'll reshare it on our TikTok. But he did this fun, like kind of like rap about Vanderpump, and I was like, this man's after my own heart. What am I doing? And so I reached out to him immediately. So he's here to hang out with us for this particular episode, but I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit about who he is and where he is and how to find him and what the what is.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. It was my dream. When I started doing Bravo content, I manifested this. I was like, I'm going to get invited on a podcast that only talks about Vanderpump Rules. So here I am.
This is it. Yeah, here we are.
That's it.
I just want to give a quick shout out to my lovely girlfriend. She's a therapist. Her name's Lauren, and she's the one who put me on all the Bravo shows. And
get her in here.
Yes,
what are you talking about? Lauren, get in here.
She's seeing a client right now, but she would love this. So I want to give a shout out to her and a little backstory on me. I'm a hip hop artist. What brought me down to LA was music, and then obviously 99.9% of rappers, their dreams don't come true. So what do? You just fall back on casting reality shows. So for the last 10 years, then what else is there to do in LA? So I never really even watched reality TV growing up, but like that's kind of like working class Hollywood, is working behind the scenes on some of the trashier TV shows. So I've done Hell's Kitchen, Worst Cooks in America, Love is Blind. The one Bravo show that I did cast never made it to air. It was a show that was called MILF Island, and I was just looking for young men who wanted to date MILFs. And I thought it was going to be a great show, but then MILF Manor came out, and then all the other MILF shows they had in the pipeline, they just nixed.
That's so sad.
Damn it.
There was a time in Hollywood where they put all their money into MILF shows.
Listen,
are you just
MILF?
When you're reading like an assignment, to go find that, are you like checking to see if it's your buddies messing with you? Like, no, it can't be MILF Island. We're not doing MILF Island. I know there's some garbage, but we're not doing MILF Island, are we?
Sir, excuse me. Season 2 of MILF Manor was one of the best seasons of television I've ever seen.
Did I say anything about MILF Manor? I'm talking about MILF Island over here. That's two different things. It's two different. Sorry, you vault into this MILF Manor argument. We're always our classic argument right here.
Obviously.
But that just has to be quite a term to see over and over again for work, I would think.
Tell me a little bit about what the casting process looks like, because I am a voracious consumer of reality TV. I'm also a professor of pop culture. I teach reality TV as anthropology. I do. I teach reality TV as anthropology and as media literacy. And so I feel like I've seen a lot. So, but in my brain, when I turn the TV on and I watch these folks, they've just landed in my universe completely kind of like by kismet, right? But you are the one. So talk to me a little bit. Like right now I'm watching Temptation Island.
Yes.
Yes, I am. And I'm wondering, did they just send out a casting call that says we want hot dummies for an island? Like, what happens?
For a show like that, and for most shows, it's just hot, charismatic. It's basically like we want a million Jax Taylors. Jax Taylor is the prototypical guy.
Yeah.
He's hot, he's dumb, but he could still deliver sound bites, and he will stir the pot. He will be, just likable enough where you want to keep him on your screen, but also like the worst person ever. So basically what you do is it's all Instagram. Like before, back in like the real world days, they used to have a table at a mall, and anyone who looked fun, upbeat, who had cool hair, they would approach. They'd be like, hey, come here, come film a self-tape for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Give me your email address. And then if we like you, we'll call you for for a finals audition. But now it's all Instagram, obviously. So Instagram, TikTok, and I really just like when I cast shows, I'm on the For You page. I type in like hot take about dating. That's how you find single guys. You need people to complain about how terrible dating is,
That's
and
real
then
dangerous, sir.
yeah. And then you're really just sending out like 50 to 100 DMs. I mean, everyone who works in casting has gotten their Instagram suspended, deleted because of how many messages you have to send on a daily basis.
That's so
And it's
funny.
pretty damn easy. Like all you have to do is just send messages, have phone calls. 99% of the dudes will be boring and can't even finish a sentence. But if you
Sure.
find, that's why, seeing guys like Tom Sandoval, Tom Schwartz, in my mind, I'm like, God, those guys are so impossible to find.
There's the golden age.
Yeah, and another thing is they can't be actors. They can't be like for these shows that you said, Temptation Island. They don't want people who like want to be on camera. They don't want the comedians, the actors. They want people who work in finance who are just down to like uproot their life and ruin their careers for one season of
finance.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, and it's the last thing I'll say is it is so much harder finding good guys than good girls for those shows. I mean, you can find all the girls in days because they have better energy. More girls want to be on reality TV than men because more girls watch reality TV. And I think men, especially like the single men that we're looking for, kind of know that their F-boy tactics are going to be exposed. So a lot of guys don't want to sign up for that. And so most of the time you're just looking for straight, hot guys. It's great when you can find when you cast shows with gay guys because gay guys are the best. I mean, I'm watching early seasons of Summer House right now, and that dude Steven, amazing.
Listen, I have a cousin podcast we're about to do In the City because we're doing Ladies of London with my friend Emily, and so we're about to do In the City, and so she's having to like go back and kind of watch some of the catalog of the episodes to kind of get a sense of what it is, right? Because like it's in the news right now, and she's like, ugh, this trash. I'm like, how dare you? Summer House is canon, and I will die on that hill, right? Yes. Like you can't. I'm not gonna let you skate by without telling us a little bit about your experience on Are You the One?
Yes.
Sir? Say everything ever. I need to know how the sausage is made.
As long as the phrase "a million Jax Taylors" doesn't get said again, yes, I want to hear all of it. Let's just steer.
I'm like this.
I haven't really recovered. Catch me about 25 more minutes, and we'll. Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, a million Jax Taylors. Tell me more. I'm listening.
Nightmare stuff of nightmares.
Oh man! So in MTV, reality shows have kind of died, but in its heyday, one of the big shows was Are You the One? So I was actually working behind the scenes in casting, and this is how desperate they were for straight guys for the TV show. They were like,
I knew this happens.
Yeah, I was already working in casting, so someone that I had known through working was like, hey, they need a straight guy to audition for a show. Are you down? And I had never even heard of the show. I thought it was a joke. I did the interview for it, and I had a really bad receding hairline at the time. The first hour of the interview was them just trying to fix my hair so it didn't look like I was balding. Rude. Because it's an MTV show. You can't put a guy with no hair on the show.
Rude.
I know, it was bad. So then I ended up getting on the show. I think a big reason was because of like they just didn't have anyone to choose, like no straight guys, and they also needed like the common man, like the guy who wasn't a 10 out of 10 GQ model with no ass. So I got on the show, and that show, it's like 11 guys, 11 girls. You're trapped in a house together. You have to find your perfect match. And within 3-4 hours, I was like, "What have I done? This is the worst decision I've ever made."
Wow.
It was like going to a high school party where you knew nobody and you were with all like the weirdos, the jocks, the assholes, and then you're like, wait a second, I want to go home, and then you're like, oh, I can't go home, I'm trapped here for 30 days. So that was it was definitely tough to be in there. And then like none of the girls took a liking to me, so the entire time I was just like talking to myself in a corner. But
that's gonna be my next question. Is that how you met your lovely girlfriend, the psychologist?
No, it was it took years of just unpacking and processing what I had signed myself up for. And then years later, I was ready to date. But a show like that's why I watching. I get PTSD when I watch shows where people are trapped in a house together. I can't do it. Like
Yeah.
even Love Is Blind. It's not the best circumstances. Like they just force feed them alcohol. They really can't leave. They have no contact with the outside world. Love Island too. But what I love about Vanderpump Rules is that okay, you're gonna film for 3 hours. Just give me everything you got. Then you could go back to your normal life and go to the club and watch TV and be on a phone. So it doesn't feel like I'm supporting something inhumane.
Well, what I love about these early seasons of Vanderpump Rules is because they don't really have a poise about them yet. Like they are just acting like themselves. I was remarking on Sandoval's just grimy apartment. Like they are obviously making money, right? In the 4th season of this, and I'm like, he can't get carpets changed. He can't buy some drapes. Like they're just out here not running the microwave and the AC at the same time.
Yeah.
Because and Sheena has no self-awareness about how she is. James in this particular season, which buckle in, I've got some words for James in a minute, but he has sort of ratcheted up his nonsense between seasons 3 and season 4 because he thinks that's what it is. And that's what's gold about this show, and what's different about season 12 is because they were very aware of the camera eye on him. But we got to talk about Hell's Kitchen too really quick. I'm sorry to grill you. Right. Hi, nice to meet you. Answer all my questions. How much skill factor goes into the choice of those folks? Because that's kind of a metric. They have to be charismatic. They have to be fairly handsome. They have to have some skills, because we also cover Top Chef.
Right. Top Chef is the cream of the crop, the best cooking show. But for Hell's Kitchen, you have to be at least an 7, 8 out of 10. We've had so many people with the best personalities in the world, but they've never worked on a line in the kitchen before, and they're no, they're not even going to stand a chance. So I think in earlier seasons they purposely cast the Waffle House cook just for cannon fodder, just so Gordon Ramsay could call him an idiot sandwich. But they don't do that anymore, and I don't know why. Maybe it's a note from Gordon Ramsay, but there is a standard. You can't get on Hell's Kitchen if you're not if you don't have real legit restaurant experience. So
well, I mean, line cooks across the world are notoriously tough. They could probably really take the abuse from Gordon Ramsay, which, fun fact, you probably already know this, but Gordon Ramsay and Lisa Vanderpump are in cahoots now for what is the restaurant? Wolfie? What is it?
I don't know. It's in Vegas though, right?
Yeah.
It's at the Vanderpump Hotel in Vegas.
Yeah. She's really leaning into Vegas. And I also am watching Vanderpump Villa, which is a very surreal experience to watch Stassi being a full ass grown up with her whole ass husband and her children. And they're talking about mortgages and we never have sex as married people. And it's so surreal to see her as an adult. So, but you picked the exact right episode for us to come in on, because this one, first off, I'm just going to warn you. I find Tom Schwartz to be wildly off-putting. The all shucks of it all.
I'd say insufferable is the word she's used the most. That's
because the distance.
Am I wrong? You have said that a bunch.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But let's get into it really quickly. So to remind, just so we know where we are, there's a Bubba tattoo on a butt cheek. Jax and Britt forever. They are locked and loaded forever and ever. But drinks are harmless, right? Drinks with the new hostess, harmless, right? Yeah. The very ill-fated pitch for sangria.
Very rough.
Ariana says absolutely not to Kristen. There's a joint birthday party in the mix, and they are really, really dining out on this, because that was last episode. The Hawaii trip's not even until episode after next. They're really making us work for it. And then Sandoval loses his shit, standing over all his friends, hollering and pointing, as one does at a party, about how dare you think I'm crazy. So we pick up to Schwartz and his Mini Cooper. Okay. And I want to correct you, Jeff. Last week you said, because last week Peter was in his kidnap van driving to Las Vegas. And you mentioned that possibly the last time we saw a rental was Schwartz's Mini Cooper. No, he owns a Mini Cooper. That's all I'm saying
Okay,
about it.
thank you.
That's all I'm
Thank you
saying
for
about it.
that. Yeah, I can't believe you're not going Swan first. I figured that was it. Your
Well,
scary swans are
I'm
there.
I'm setting this exactly. So Ethan, tell me, swans are scary, right? They're aggressive
Oh
and
my
scary.
gosh.
Yeah, if I saw a swan on a golf course, I'd be like, no, I'm going back to Dave and
Yes,
Buster's.
yes,
So
no, thank you. And she has two that are
But
like
she's
guard
trying to tell
swans.
us before that she wouldn't even get along well at Villa Rosa. Like she couldn't even go because of the swans. I'm like, Lisa invites you up to the palace. I think you're going to make an exception. I mean, no doubt.
right,
Jeff, you know my history of early bird trauma. It's like I don't think you're being
Yes,
very
you scared
insensitive right now.
everyone enough. Yes, there was a
I was chased
rooster.
by a rooster. I was chased by a rooster as a small child.
nice.
So anyway, so he pitches up. He's just like a jangled mess, and I just am so
Hmm.
endeared by how Lisa Vanderpump undoes them. Like he's just like, I'm here to see her, and I think he's pretending to talk about sangria here, right? He's
I
like,
think she assumes,
oh,
like, for sure, he's coming over here to talk about that. He hasn't had anything to say the last two times in official meetings, so he must be
Yeah,
coming over to talk biz. Yeah.
he's so stupid. I wouldn't buy one motherfucking thing from this man.
still wouldn't.
No.
No.
And then Lisa Vanderpump asks him, "What's the red part of sangria made from?" Blank, blank, blank. Uh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know, but he's like, "Listen, listen. Enough of that. Enough of that." So he pulls out the ring, and I will say, it is a beautiful ring. But I think Katie sort of sketched it out and sent her ideas to Sheena beforehand. So that
Yeah.
way he wouldn't fuck it up because he will notoriously fuck it up.
Oh, totally. And at that season 4, he's screwed everything he can possibly screw up. He's already screwed up. So he's trying to like use this ring as a way to negate all his previous mistakes. That's what it feels like.
And everything's a prank, right? Like everything's
Yeah.
a prank. He comes back from Vegas. He was like, "Hey, man, I did something real stupid." That's not a funny joke when you actually fucked around on me in Vegas last year. Like, that's not a funny joke, dude.
Yeah.
But
No,
um,
it's not.
But I did notice too, like when they're talking, they're whispering. They're like, "Oh my god, it's so beautiful! I know. What are we gonna do? I can't believe it." They're whispering to each other in a weird way, and I'm like, "Why are they whispering?" Like I don't know.
You're saying Tom and Lisa?
Yes, when they're
Yeah.
talking at
Yeah, they
Villa
were.
Rosa.
They comment on it though. They're like, "Why are we should have been talking like this the whole time." I think he's trying to
Yeah.
keep it secret. I think there's still a part of Tom that wants nothing to do with this. So I think even giving it full voice, full volume isn't something he can bring himself to do for some reason. Because he's gonna Schwartzify it. Which what's that definition? From what? Because from what I've
Um,
seen, Tom, I do not need things Schwartzified. One
well,
bit.
let's look at history. What are some things that he has Schwartzified?
He entered
His
a
bar shifted
business
pump,
meeting via Peekaboo. Is that? It was one.
right? His
Yep.
bar shifted pump.
Yeah.
Um,
A half hour.
yes.
Um yeah, cheating on Katie, kissing someone in Vegas, and then
Yeah.
Hmm.
lying about it until Jax put him on blast for it.
Right.
Oh,
Pouring a
Those
drink
are
on her head.
yes, pouring a
a
drink on her
couple
head, and then
a
all the
couple
times he
times.
took, yeah, multiple times. That's a Schwartz move, and then all the times that he took his friends back over his partner's back, he defended his friends when they were attacking his partner.
It's so
Correct.
wild.
And
So watching it as a full grown formed adult human now, because I think that I may have taken his side, probably like internalized misogyny, whatever, back in the day. I was like, oh god, Katie's such a bitch. Like, why she gotta be so barky and like harpy? But now watching it as a fully grown person, I'm like, this man is terrible. And she is just allowing it the entire way. But What do you think that he's really worried about whether she'll say yes or not? Because he was like, "Oh, is she gonna say yes?" Is
No,
that
I
a
think he
real
doesn't want to
question?
do it. He doesn't. I mean, all he has said up to this point
Yeah,
is how he doesn't want to do it. I mean, he's getting pushed along by everyone in his life and on TV at this point and on the internet. He is
I
getting
mean,
marched by everyone. I mean, he's like, I finally did a good thing though. I nailed the ring. And it is like you said, oh yeah, Katie
beautiful.
drew it, sent it to Sheena. Sheena showed the guy at the thing, and then they gave it to Schwartz after he paid for it. So yeah, technically he did do an umbrella ad for it and whatever.
Yeah, that's
And
how he
we're
paid for it.
here.
That 8 grand came straight from his jumping. Um,
I think he was scared that she was gonna say yes.
Yes,
Schwartz is the kind of
exactly.
guy that can't
Yes.
commit to anything, including breaking up. He had to slow fade Katie out of his life and forced. I don't want to spoil the future. I think
I
you
know.
know the.
It's not.
I
Yeah.
know,
He's
but
just
that is
he can't make tough decisions. He doesn't know how to do it. He has to make people around him do it for him. And that's why Tom Sandoval was the perfect friend, because say what we want about Tom Sandoval, he will actually commit to something, make a decision, etc. So
yes, and
Absolutely.
be and we take it episode by episode, and so like right now I'm okay with Sandoval. I'm like, you know what, he
same.
is, yeah, he's a good guy. He feels like he shows up for his friends. It's Ariana that I have beef with right now. Like, I'm real mad at Ariana right now because she's just acting a straight fool, because this whole scene with the tattoo artist right here, Dr. Tadoff, that's
Yeah.
obviously
You like
right.
that? You don't think that was real? You don't think that's a real person's name that just had to do a
It could be a
certain line of
coincidence.
work with that last name? You think that's fake?
It could be a coincidence. Like he was destined to do it.
Right.
But this woman, for real, made him go the next episode to get
I
that
know.
tattoo removed. Like the doctor's like, I'm sorry, sir. It's not even healed yet. We cannot do
Which
anything because it's still fresh.
I feel if you know someone who knows someone who has heard of tattoos, you're aware that you can't get them removed like day two. I mean, I do not have any. I somehow survived 25 years in kitchens with zero tattoos. I'm well aware that you can't go get some stupid shit taken off of your body the next day because I've seen it happen. So I don't know how
I
Ariana
have
forces it, but
many I have many tattoos. I have many tattoos. And so I feel like Ariana's attitude about it, because as we all know, a tattoo is permanent. He can't do anything about it now. So like being a bitch about it is just not like the play. Like it's not like he can just like, his flies down, he can zip it up or he can comb his hair a different way. Like you were putting this pressure on him in a way that it's like, what do you want me to do? I have a bacon A. I am only able to do what I can do, Ariana.
And I think that the reason why she was so mad about it is because she must peg him. Because why are you like when else are you like actually seeing your boyfriend's butt? My girl very, very rarely sees my butt,
yeah.
and we are active.
Ethan,
So like I just don't understand why she's so upset about it.
that is the second pegging joke we've had this week.
Yeah, but it's two for two. Top Chef and Vintage VPR so far, both pegging
Yes,
jokes, so
too.
that's good.
But
No, but I
yes,
wondered the same. I mean, I've been living with the same girl for 18 years. Like, if I get a little A on my butt, it might be there for a couple weeks. Who knows? Nobody notices, and if they do, it's not a big deal. But yeah, I like that they've even got the hookup at the tattoo place. Like everywhere in WeHo they go, like, I get it. You're at the other bar. But like, and we get a full name, Chiron, this lady, like,
yes,
here's
Kate
Kate
Wassel.
Weisel. I'm like, are we getting to know this person? Like, why are we getting a full name? The doctor, we even
Yes.
only get the first name. Maybe it is Tadoff. Maybe you're onto something there.
I'm just saying. Maybe to eliminate confusion between Katie Maloney and Katie Wassel. So that way we don't conflate the two, right?
That's
Mm.
probably it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's
But
call her by
also,
her full name.
why does this man give a shit if Kristen finds out if he has a tattoo? Like, what is she going to do? Just like tease him relentlessly? Oh, wait, your girlfriend is doing that to you every day.
Yeah.
Like, why does he care?
Also assume
Um,
these people talk about each other all the time. The word's out. Word's probably out already. Like that's all they're talking. They're
yeah,
not talking about like the game. Like they're not getting together. Like I'm not hearing any Dodger talk. Like they're just talking about each other when they're not around.
Dodger
Yeah.
talk. Um, so then they have this whole like rehash about last night where they were so fucking hammered. They
Yeah.
couldn't tell where so Ariana's like, no, we're not gonna invite her. And then Katie's like, look at you now. Look at you now. And that kind of like triggered her. And that's the clip that we get. And so listen to this irony. Ariana is against holding grudges unless
Hmm.
it's somebody she wants to hold a grudge at. And then
That's
we
right.
need to just like really stand fast with our grudge against Kristen. And I will take my Kristen fandom to my grave. I love her. And even if I did not understand like Kristen in the future, I would say, you gotta, like, she commits to the bit and I am here for it.
Yeah, no,
Totally. It
like,
was vindicated. Like everyone knows that everyone in that circle and who watched the shows knows that Tom cheated on her with Ariana. Ariana was
mhm.
the other lady. Ariana lied to her about it. So Kristen, yeah, maybe bringing Miami Girl was a little bit over the top, but she was vindicated and she was rightfully angry. Even though she
Yes.
banged Jax, which God, I wish I was there for that episode. That must have been a great episode for you
Two
I
guys.
times.
mean,
Two
yeah,
times. Let's
listen.
always gotta let's get that right. Let's
Yeah.
all
And I,
get pointed out how many times for each person. Yeah. I
that's
love,
right.
like,
Not once.
every now and then, I do get a sprinkle of the future, and I've heard so many times the last few months, as Sunday's been a future Kristen apologist, like, yeah, she was really horrible the first 3 or 4 years, but I've loved her since, and I'm like, well, that's right where I am. I can't wait to
I
see what
will
happens, because it's a
I
big
will
hill to
give it
climb
to
right
her.
now, I feel like.
Um,
Yeah.
but like all of this talk is sort of like leading up to the Hawaii trip, which is in the future. But Ariana's like, it just makes the most sense to hate Kristen. The most sense to who? Because everybody else is on board. You're the only one. And that whole bit last week where Kristen kind of comes in to try to apologize, and Ariana says, I don't feel comfortable serving you alcohol. Sure, that's a smooth burn. Got it. But like, really, like, can you just kind of get on the other side? Because at the bottom line, they are coworkers, not necessarily at Sir, right? But in the Bravo show.
On
And I
camera.
feel like, yeah. So when we start talking about this Hawaii trip between James and Lala and Faith, we need to factor in that particular layer that these people are co-workers on the show, even beyond it. And so, like, let's just bear that in mind as we start talking about it later. But I'm going to get to that in a second. But Tom might have a red ink allergy, y'all. Should we need to like start a GoFundMe for him?
Oh God. Why was what happened with his Reddit?
Well,
That
the
might
doctor was
be
like,
Yeah, that might be
the
why it's
doc,
got some
yeah,
bumps on it. Yeah, I'm more
yeah,
concerned about him, like, trying to receive the news that tanning beds aren't good for him. He seemed like his brother was his dad, was the news he just got
yeah.
when they found out, like, he couldn't use the tan. He's like, what do you mean? And a doctor laughs at him about it. Never good. Like, there's few positions in life you never want somebody to laugh. Like, you don't want, like, a guidance counselor laughing at you. You don't want a doctor laughing at you. So when, like, he's talking about what he does, and, like, old Dr. Emily's pointing and laughing, it's like, oh no. Like, you know what? I'm gonna save this $1,000. We're just gonna roll with it. Thanks very much. See you later.
2015 is way too late for this man to still be laying in the tanning bed. Period.
Right.
But like the elegant solution is just get it covered.
Yeah.
Just get it covered. Right?
Yeah.
Like you could spend less money, whatever. I'm not gonna belabor it, but like whatever, shut up, dummy. And so this is not the first time that we've been to Lock and Key. I need to understand what Jax Taylor thought he was doing when he invited Lala and Sheena and Kristen to drinks while our Kentucky Muffin is actively
Right.
driving. She is
Are you
on
do
the
you
way.
really want to know what he was trying to do, or are you
I
trying
want you
to
to play it out.
understand that person? Because those are two very different things. Like, we know, I mean, he's only being himself, and if you want reason why, I mean, how
But
it makes sense, don't look into that any farther.
but he has an awareness that time happens, right? And that Brittany is coming, and that whatever happens with Lala is going to be in a particular
These are
moment. Like,
tomorrow. These are tomorrow issues, Sunday. We are talking
well,
about
fair
right
enough.
fucking now, and I'm trying to get laid right now by everyone in front of me.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's
because
the
he
bigger
does,
issue here.
and he whispers. He was like, "Hey, could we just fuck and not tell anybody?" Sure, sure. Into your microphone, sir.
And I want to know like when they're flirty. And by the way, I know this is I'm very proud of Lala for being sober now, but
Yeah,
boy was she electric. She was drunk. I'm just glad that she gave us that moment because that was a great Lala moment. I don't know how you guys feel about Lala. My girlfriend really doesn't
Oh,
like her. I go,
oh, I love her.
you love Lauren from Utah.
I love Lauren from Utah. Yes.
But she okay when they were touching under the table, I saw her hand go under the table. Were they playing the nervous game? Where do you think her hand was on Jax's lap? Do you think it was
Yes.
oh
I
wow.
think it got
100%.
there. I think it got there. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was an over the pants hand job that Lala, which is,
Yeah.
would you consider that cheating what happened like at that table?
But like cheating on who? Because like she
Brittany.
wasn't.
Brittany.
Okay. Then yes, absolutely. I absolutely cheating on Brittany, right? But not cheating on James, right? Like
Oh yeah.
No,
Lala,
no, 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 no,
like
no, no.
Lala
And
has
even if
this
it
like,
was, who cares?
yeah, like he gets what he gets. But Lala knows how to vamp it up. She's always like saying things to make you thinking about sleeping with her. She's always kind of like keeping her like naked body on your mind. And
Right.
I think in these ways, that's what she's doing. She's like trying to keep Jax on the hook. She knew that Kentucky Muffin was driving. I will say Jax has
Yeah.
been very, very sketchy about it, but all you got to do is ask one other person. And so,
Yeah.
but
One other person, whether or not Jax is actually in a relationship with Brittany.
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
But for her to,
Well,
yeah, and for like she's driving to move, she's moving across the country. It doesn't get more serious of a relationship than someone who's
No.
moving across the country for their partner. And for her to say, "Oh, I didn't. I mean, Jax told me." Like, has anyone told you about Jax? Jax has never said an honest word in his entire life, especially when he's trying to get laid. You think he's going to tell the truth about his girlfriend when he's attracted to you?
and
No, and it comes up again and again, like subtly and not so subtly in this episode. It will come again, either directly to him or like that's Jax being Jax, kind of thing.
and also, and remember, we are like in 2015 right now. It is unusual that Brittany would not have seen an episode of this show and still decided to
Very.
come on out. Come on out. They met in Vegas. But the way that this man is talking about this woman, I mean, like, I guess I'm in it now. Like, what am I going to do? No matter what I'm going to do, I guess it's happening now. Like, whether I say yes or no. Can you imagine when they sit down to watch this episodes later and they've been living together for months and she looks over and was like, this is how you're talking about me, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Because he's like, well, I guess it's fine now. I didn't really want it, but it is here. Like, it
Can't stop it now. Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, right when I got there.
And it also plays out a little bit too in the way that he can't kind of like come full on about this whole birthday invite list too, because obviously Kristen should come. Like, what are you doing? Like, invite her. But he's too worried about getting yelled out at. But I love it because Sheena was like, you have to explicitly forbid Kristen from coming because otherwise she's going to come anyway. Right?
Yeah, no, she's going to show up. Nine times out of 10. Yes.
And she's the master of like knowing when there's a big event coming up to just mend fences just enough to go to the thing. And then when she goes to the thing, she'll completely make a fool of herself. And then everyone vows to never invite her again. And then it's just repeat the cycle. That is Kristen's.
She will.
She's great. You can, and it's like from a production standpoint, you're not going to not include the messiest cast member on a cast trip in Hawaii. Her and James too. Like they're gonna find a way to get her there. So
and
Kristen's one of those people. Like sometimes she acts a certain way or says certain things, and you're like, well, they know what they're like when Kristen just says stuff like, just buy the ticket, send me the email, we'll take care of it. Like, usually I see that and I'm like, Why would she just say buy the like no one's doing that? But the reason Kristen does it, I bet you, is because she has done it before. It has worked before, and she knows, like you're saying, if she mends the fence in time, if she says something at just the right time, she gets that invite, she gets on the camera, and it's a mess, and it's great. That's exactly what she was going for. So it's like
And
pay attention to her. She knows what she's doing.
like the zero self-consciousness, like whenever like Lala comes up and she's like, yeah, I guess you like you're fucking my ex-boyfriend, like he's disgusting and dirty, and like fuck him all you want to, and sure
Mm.
just makes the entire table just like screech to a halt, like, oh, you're just talking about this. But Lala wants to hug her because Lala wants to hug the Pope and Santa Claus if she's had enough drinks. So she's
Yeah.
just trying to ingratiate herself to Kristen, and meanwhile, Kristen is like, mm-mm. She's applying for her skank whore. I wrote it down somewhere. She's like her application for like the skankiest whore ever. I'm like, okay, let's calm down with the language, but
Yeah.
I feel like Jax is also applying for that job too.
I'd say they were just being gross. We can just say it was real gross and
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the fact that they did it with an audience in front of Sheena
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
and then
Listen.
not
just pretty much having, as close to public sex as you can get. That was a
I was
very
It was
uncomfortable.
outside the pants. Like, let's all just like dial it down. It was fine.
I
It was like
know,
it was
but
above the pants.
it was
Okay.
just tension, man.
Yeah.
we
But
just
the
don't have the
phrase
same affinity for certain people Sunday as some
he's
people do.
I'm sorry. He's a handsome man. What do you want me to do? But
Uh-huh.
also the phrase tug his chub was entered into the chat here, and
Correct.
I just wrote
Yes.
deal breaker. Mm-mm, no
Hmm.
more. I won't be entertaining
Oh,
any
tough
more
as chuck,
conversation.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah, I
that's
had
not
to
a great thing.
rewind to make sure, but yeah, that was said. So that entered
No,
today.
he didn't have a chub. He's too much of a cokehead. You can't get hard on blow. So
I say
trust
Oh
it
me.
yeah.
every time because if it wasn't for the substance, him and Lala would have fucked like after Pride. That is why when
Totally.
he took her home holding her hand, that they did not roll around in a successful way. It's because he could not do it. He just couldn't do it. But
Right.
Yeah,
No,
now,
Ethan,
he's got that.
question for you. Speaking of doing blow in bathrooms, do you have a fast
he's
food slash
prepared.
chain restaurant that you would attach Jax as most likely to be doing in the bathrooms? Because
Oh,
you've had songs about
absolutely. Yeah, good.
Applebee's, McDonald's, a couple.
Applebee's
So
bathroom. Yeah, Applebee's bathroom is my favorite place, but for Jax, it's obviously Hooters. Um, you
gotcha. Of
know,
course, Brittany's
That's
got the
right.
Hooters history. He's yeah.
Jax. We can all agree that Jax has done blow in the bathroom of Hooters before, right? He's probably
I'll
Yes,
bet all the money on that. All our ad money right
sir.
there. There you go.
Jax has done blow
When
in the
we get it.
bathroom of every place they've ever been. Like, what are we saying? He has done blow in every place.
oh
Like, he is
man,
back of the toilet chopping it up. Like, listen,
Right.
this man, he's real ingenious.
yeah.
Okay. So, but this whole thing too is like, this is what I find so endearing about Vanderpump Rules is that they have no consciousness about the future. So like when they're walking and he's whispering to her, yeah, I want to fuck you so bad. Can we just like do it and don't tell anybody? He understands that this is going to air, right? Like America is going to see this. And in turn, Brittany is going to see it. But there's just no like guardrails on it. He's just going full on. And that's what I love about Vanderpump Rules. Later on, they become much more poised about their camera presence. But these early days, I'm like, yes, just be messy as fuck.
And what does that say about Brittany? And what does that say about what Jax thinks about Brittany if he knows that she's gonna watch all of this and he's not worried that
Yeah.
she's gonna leave?
Well, you and I
No,
can have a whole conversation about Brittany, about like that whole thing, what it says about Brittany, like from then to now, right? Because we haven't even gotten to the boob job of it all. Like
No,
we're not even there yet. I know.
I mean,
Um,
Brittany has said like 5 lines on this show before this episode. Jax, double that amount of times, has been like, nothing's really going on between me and her. I don't really consider it thing going on.
yes,
Like,
ma'am.
I can do whatever because she's still over there. Like, that gets said 4 times an episode, and we get like one line from Brittany every now and then. And it's like, if you're weighing it over here, Jack saying, like, I give a shit about this girl is way more than we're actually
Yep.
giving breath to this girl.
Okay, so here's a good place for us to take a break, and we'll be right back on the other side. Okay, that's all I
All
gotta do.
right.
I just gotta cut it up there.
Uh,
Yeah, that's where I put the commercials in.
oh,
Um,
cool.
yeah. So, tell me, do
That's
you
new.
have any associations with the smell of sambuca? Either one of y'all?
Oh yeah.
Sambuca. No, but what is? Oh, that's
It's
when
like
he
the
spilled the.
fennel
That's when he.
aniseed.
Yeah,
Yeah, he crushes the
yeah.
bottle. Yeah,
So
he
like,
messes it up. Yeah, I had a
uh-huh.
roommate who,
And they
other
say,
than like his shot was Sambuca. So like, for years it was, shot in a beer for me. It was usually whiskey. This was, like a guy on the couch for a few months. Sambuca was his drink. And once I got to be familiar with Sambuca, it made so much sense. And so it's not a good smell. And I think it's about as great as Tom does, I think, really.
yeah, I had a regular who always drank sambuca too, but when he would do the shot, he would always spill some like on his shirt. And so
Nice.
he
Cool.
always smelled like sambuca. And he was the kind who wanted to hug everybody. Like, oh, give me a hug. All right.
This
And
is a great
like
combo. This is
and so I can smell it from 20 years ago. And so now the whole restaurant it smells. Katie's even like, "Ugh, this smells weird and
Is that
gross."
when you stopped
But it has
dating men? Was that was it this
that
person
was
that
it.
did it?
That was it. That was the last one. Um, and look, Lisa, I don't know if this is like for the show or if she's really got hopes about them like doing something for the sangria business. Girl, they're not going to do shit for the sangria business. They are never going to do anything. They are there to look pretty and stop asking them because they didn't do, as she says, diddly fucking squat.
Uh-huh.
And Katie's like, well, did Schwartz at least have some good ideas? Bitch, you know he didn't. You know he didn't.
I know. It's just that's. I think that's the most frustrating part is like these men on the show. Which my hot take is that the whole "men ain't shit" movement started with men on Vanderpump Rules. Like they are the Spice
I
Girls of
get that.
toxic, and I just can't believe that.
Oh,
Like they
that's
made good
great.
TV and they made the show fun, but I just can't believe that they showed time and time again how terrible they are to these women. And then they had so many opportunities to find other men in LA, but maybe that's just how bad dating in LA is that that's kind
I
of
mean,
what you're stuck with. Or at
I
least these guys are making money. It's better dating. It's better than dating, toxic men who are broke.
yeah,
Not
I mean, depends on what they're spending their money on. But I literally wrote later in my notes next to James Taylor, not lonely. I mean, Jax Taylor, not
Ah,
lonely
you did it
enough.
again.
I literally wrote not lonely enough because they are just really, but this was before, we were having these big giant conversations. But Sandoval still thinks that if he had done the talking, it would have been fine.
yeah.
It could have saved the whole meeting. No,
Yeah, and
because
you know what? I like that for him. That's all I'll say about that. I like that he thinks that. That's great. Because
I mean,
those two have just been dicking around for 3 weeks and not doing a thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
but
maybe like preparing for 20 minutes before. Maybe that's what you should be wishing you did instead of just talk more.
Ethan, any
even
old
if it's
asshole can
blank,
show up with
bring
a
a notebook.
presentation.
Yeah,
Right.
even if there's nothing in it, bring a notebook. Just put a pen in your pocket. Do something. No.
Right. Or even just say like we wrote a bunch of notes, but I left them and my dog ate
Yeah.
them. Just at least pretend like you had any preparation.
Lisa Vanderpump is actively laughing at these men in those meetings. Like she is cracking up in her confessional in the room. Pandora was like, "Mom, are you okay? Are you good?" She's just like tripping out because it's so fucking ridiculous. But then go to the next thing where like Sandoval offers up his birthday for Schwartz to propose, and that's so nice. Listen, if you get engaged on my birthday, you're dead to me. Do not get engaged on my birthday.
Right.
Don't pull out a ring at my birthday dinner and ask your person. No, we're not friends. We're broke up. We're dead. You're dead to me.
Right.
That's nice, right? Like we say all these terrible things about Sandoval, but that's a really sweet gesture that he did.
Well, they're boys for sure. They go into it, but yeah, right after the Sandoval and Lisa though. Here comes the unstoppable. I think Jax believes Brittany is coming when she says I'm out back. Like when she's in the
Yeah,
alley. I think that's literally
Mhm.
when it dawned on him it was
that's
happening.
the moment where he's like, "Wait, I can't believe she actually came."
Yeah, he's like,
Like,
"Hi,
look at all
honey.
those
You
boxes.
excited? Yeah, you excited? I made it. I'm here. You want? I'm gonna come in. You excited? Yes,
It's
and
like,
It's
yeah,
like, look at all those
and
boxes. It's like, yes,
he's so
someone's
freaked out.
life is in that car and
yeah.
they've just come to share this life with you. What do you think about that?
He's
I didn't even get my
so,
shift covered, dude. What are you talking about? He
and
didn't
he
even
said,
have the shift covered.
and he said, whether I wanted it or not, she's here.
That's what I
Yeah,
Oh,
mean. That's
romance.
adorable. That's adorable. That's wonderful.
Uh-huh. I mean, it's romance. But, James always coming around to like insert his dumb shit into places. And he predicts 1 year that this time next year, Brittany will not be a thing. And Jax immediately goes into like cover story situation. He's like, there's a lot going on this week. I got my birthday, I got Tom's birthday, and we've got dinners and lunches, and like Hawaii's coming up. It's like he's setting up to tell her lies in the future so that if he's like out of pocket or she can't get in touch with him, he's like, well, I told you there's a lot going on. Meanwhile, he's
He
got his dick
has
in Lala.
no
yeah.
idea what he's saying. He sees Lala messing around at the host stand. He's just saying words. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Like, he's just going down his mental calendar because he can barely stand up right now. He has no idea. All the
Uh,
blood is in one place. He's about to fall over.
he tries to hand those keys over. She had to pull them out of his hand. She said,
I
all
do
right, bye,
know,
baby.
I do know that, Jax and Brittany become a thing. Like, so now,
Mm-hmm.
having seen James say at max, I give it a year. Like, does he do all that just to make James wrong in this moment? Like, does he continue? Is that the real actual
Jax,
nut of where that relationship goes?
sir.
I just think James really underestimated how much Brittany was going to love the fame and the attention. To put up with a
True.
man like Jax for as long, you have to
Mhm.
really love the spotlight or hate Kentucky. I don't know what it
I
is.
mean, and I think you were very much overestimating Jax's long game. I don't think that he has that in him. Like, I don't think the long game is in his heart.
Just to
But
spite James, though, is the only thing that I could see it
yeah,
getting there.
sure. Whole life, whole family, despite fuck you, DJ James Kennedy. But also I find it so gross and off-putting how James is so like territory marking with the kissing and the la la. Also, too, it is my theorem, Ethan, that Lala is only abiding this fucking nonsense because she perceives he has some kind of like end to the music industry, like her single is going to happen because look
Mm,
at her. And then like look at James Kennedy. He weighs 105 pounds.
yeah.
And I know an accent goes a long way, but she's really like, speaking of long game, she's playing the long game.
Yeah. I mean she knows DJ James Kennedy on paper is the most successful entertainer out of everyone in the bunch. He's a guy that's
Uh-huh.
actually
Oof.
got a little bit of talent. I think I've seen
Yeah.
videos of him DJing, and he's a rapper. He's at least ambitious. And the conversations he was having with Lala was like, look, this is just a means to an end. Like, I have real big dreams and goals, and maybe that's what Lala was attracted to, because she's attracted, as we will learn later, she's attracted to men with money, to men with ambition. That's what she
Yeah.
latches on
Very
to.
mildly. He puts it so diplomatically. But she's real happy she didn't fuck Jax, but like, is she happy that she didn't fuck him? Because she seems real mad about it. And and James, that's what I was saying earlier, that between his like season 3 and season 4 run, like he has decided what his character was going to be, and his character is going to be like this like really disgusting like female hater or whatever. And
Yeah.
it's like, I'm not really trying to settle down with Lala, but like she absolutely should have fucked the shit out of me already.
That's
Like,
horrible.
It's
Every
gross.
single episode, there's a moment that James has, and I'm like, how is this guy given a platform? I cannot
Yes.
stand it. Even Jackson Sandoval at their worst, they're not as bad as James, in my opinion. Like he is
Yeah.
one of the worst guys I've ever seen on TV.
Well, close your
Cindy's
ears, Jeff.
received about 150 text messages from me that just say,
Well, close your ears, Jeff. But we know what's happened in the last couple of years that sort of like brought his kind of like his nastiness to a
Yeah,
head. And
yeah.
this is what I've been saying too. Okay, you can open your ears again, Jeff. This is what
got
I've
it.
been saying too. Like in the end of him and Kristen's relationship, there were some moments there that were really scary. That he's giving like domestic partner violence. He's giving, I'm about to abuse you. Like when he spit on her door, like that
Yeah.
is real scary. And even watching it back then, I think I was like, oh, this man he's doing something real scary.
Yeah.
And I mean, he does call Brittany Kentucky Fried Chicken though.
I mean, that's the thing.
OKFC, yeah.
That's what I hate the most about it, is because he gives you so many funny moments that
Yeah.
it's impossible. He's so good at making you forget about how terrible person he is with like his funny sound bites. So that's what even makes me more mad, is how funny he is.
Yes, because he calls Jack snot nose. He's like,
Yeah, that's great.
I
like snot nose for him the
He goes
best.
a
Yeah.
little Jack, and he talks down to Jack. And he treats him like he's a little puppy. It's great.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah,
he
then
gets
they're
under
getting into
Jackson's
like
skin.
the Hawaii of it all, and talking about Lala not wearing anything. And James, speaking of under the pants stuff, just has a full on orgasm right there at the host stand, just talking about like, yep, a coconut and nothing else. And then talk about like blink, blink. I mean, it's nothing. Then he just like smiles and slouches down the wall a little bit. I was like, oh no, somebody might as well have nibbled on the back of his arm, because that was it for James. He has, that's it.
And
little James
it's
has
so
gone
funny
by.
because I wrote, he's a zillion times worse than Jack has ever was. Like that's exactly where I put in my notes, because he was talking about like the coconuts and the titties, and I'm like, ugh, gross. But and I do know who Jack says is a person, but I find him to be like charming in a real dummy way. And when he goes into Lisa's office and he makes that joke about how he wants her to jump out of the cake, that's cute. Like that is really cute, right?
Yeah.
This is our segment where Sunday gets a homework assignment from her kid that did real well, and she puts it on the refrigerator, and that's it for that. This is Jax's special day this week. This is a good thing he did, though. Remember this good thing he did? That he said that thing to Lisa. It was nice. Forget about all the other. Yeah.
I get a lot of teasing from my Jax apologist here, but like I said, we're taking it episode by episode. And these early days, it's like, it's easy to love a handsome dummy, right?
Totally. A guy who just constantly admits, who plays the woe is me and constantly admits, look, I'm trying to work on myself. Like what I hate about certain people, and Jeff, what you learn is like certain people refuse to ever admit that they did anything wrong. All Jax does is admit that he's a screw up. So I'll at least give him credit for that,
Yeah. But Lisa says, absolutely not. My son is not going to Hawaii with you fucking degenerates. I don't want y'all to be doing butt shots. I don't want you to be getting tattoos. I don't want y'all to be getting in fist fights outside of bars. Absolutely not. Don't do it. But, Max, I think, is a little bit of an impressionable person. Right. And that's why she's like, get the fuck away from all of them. Don't let Max anywhere near these people.
No, she does not like the idea of him going. She's very freaked out that Peter's going on such short notice. She's like, oh, all you idiots are going? Like, whatever, we'll get a shift or two covered here. Like, Peter's going. That's my guy. Like, he does stuff. He's a real worker. You can't take him.
He's the only one.
I think
the only one that does real work.
To this day.
He's there. He's totally there.
And two, he's been really teasing us about whether or not him and his girl are having a baby. Like sometimes it seems like he's having a baby, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm just like, Peter, give it up. But this is another time where Jax is like, I mean, it's as serious as it can be, with Brittany. Like, I mean, she's moving in with you. Like, it's fairly serious.
We're taking it slow. We're not really dating. We're kind of just roommates at the moment. Like, depends on who's asking. And I think he really, well, it's interesting because Lala did admit that she texted Jax at 3 a.m. that night when they were getting handsy with
Right.
each other, saying, "In my bed right now," and I can't believe that Jax didn't respond. That's insane. But you're right; he must have been passed
Yeah,
out.
otherwise
No, he and
engaged
Kristen were.
or
I think he and
something.
Kristen still have a on the side thing going on, and I bet that was a great
Maybe.
night for it right there. That's. I don't think
I
it's an
like to
all the
think
time thing. I just think
That's true because
sometimes.
he was being flirty with Kristen. He did say she gives great hugs, and
Yeah,
sometimes all you can do is wait.
she gives
there's been
great
a
hugs.
there's been a few times. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very clear right now that Lisa, much like us, knows Brittany moved there for Jax. Jax still has not realized, like, it's like she just happened to move to town, happened to be in his place. Like, she's there for him, and he doesn't know it. Just
In
saying
your
there.
1 bedroom apartment, like there's
Correct.
nowhere to hide. But like speaking of apartments, so Kristen's got her new apartment, and I don't want to say much about this other than they ate a lasagna that had no carbs and no meat. What the fuck is a lasagna with no carbs and no meat? The
I've never
sauce?
heard. Yeah.
They ate a bowl of sauce? Like what? What the? So
Just
weird.
tomato soup. It's just tomato soup at that
Yes,
point, I
there
think.
it is.
And you can't even have crackers with it, so that's horrible. Most
That's right, because no
obvious thing,
carbs.
like, of course, Kristen has in her apartment, like the very dramatic, like 3 tall wine bottles with the multicolored, melted wax on the side. I was like, yes,
Oh
you and
no.
your word art shirts definitely need those three.
She
The
does.
wine bottle with candles at the top. Of course you do.
Yeah.
Yes. That's classic. Kristen's always going to campaign to be in the mess. So she's like campaigning to go on the birthday, which, by the way, Hawaii is beautiful, and I would be campaigning for it too, especially if Bravo was footing the bill. So, yes, of course. But Sheena won't be told who she can hang out with. I won't be told. I won't do
Yeah,
it.
Sheena's at a real like 10 this whole time. Like she's up there.
Yeah. Well, it's PMS, don't forget. And
Right.
then
They did get to that.
speaking of other same-sex lovers, Sandoval is hosting Schwartz there, and like they do this whole pretend proposal. Like, listen, if I have to shout at the TV one more time, just kiss already. Like, please, just kiss already. I just
Oh,
want it.
seeing Schwartz and Katie actually get intimate is like seeing a brother and sister kiss. It's that uncomfortable. They do not seem sexually compatible at all. And I don't think they've ever had sex in their life. I don't think. I think Schwartz is
Sir, I am trying to recall a situation in which I've ever seen them kiss, and I
yeah.
cannot recall it in my brain right now. Like,
And
yeah, but
every time he does it ironically, and it's like he's doing a bit every time he's kissing his fiance.
he's kissing
Yeah.
his fiance
He's
ironically.
actually
That's so
Sandoval
mean.
more on the show than Katie, because I don't know, because that's a big thing. Sandoval and Schwartz kissing. I don't know if you've gotten that or if you've seen
They
Yes,
it.
just kissed like 10 times the other day. Yeah, in Vegas.
I want them to just give up the guys and just be together. Y'all love each other. Just be together. Just make out already. I love it.
I mean,
just want it.
it's almost the same as a good makeout. Like if you're hungover and your buddy brings a burrito and some potatoes over, I mean, that's just as good as a great makeout sesh right there. If you're hungover and that's what somebody brings, they are your best friend for life right there anyway.
But he also does like really posture because he talks about how fun it feels to say fiance sex in Hawaii. These motherfuckers are not fucking. They are not fucking. Y'all aren't having fiance sex. Y'all aren't having boyfriend sex. You're not having Hawaii sex. Y'all aren't having sex. Period. So like you don't convince me. It's fine. Y'all have a lavender marriage. It's fine. I support it.
Yeah,
It's okay to be asexual in a marriage. You don't need to be attracted to your partner,
Yeah.
right?
No, obviously. But these two met on Craigslist. Didn't know that.
Oh, sure.
No.
Uh-huh.
As if it could get more homoerotic. Came out on Craigslist.
Yeah, it doesn't say like what the ad was or what section it was in, what community or forum it was on. You know.
Mid-connections.
Yeah, exactly. But Buddy's ever since, and man, like, all right, I'm not saying this breaks Schwartz or anything, but when he's talking about first moving there, and like we've seen him get nervous before. I mean, he was just asking Lisa for Xanax, and we've seen him at Pump. He's like, when I first moved here, I just sat in there and played poker computer poker for 3 months. So like that is
Yeah.
some, you have some severe anxiety. Like that is some severe, like do something about it. Like that's a lot. Like this
Breaking
is,
news, Jeff.
I know, I'm just saying that hasn't been addressed or anything. Like we haven't exactly said that, but that's the biggest tell of all. Like we've all been giving him shit about the pump thing that it lasted a half hour, but it's like, why did y'all even let him go into that situation? That's a little bit on the friends, I think, right there. Uh,
I won't it. I won't allow it. He's a toddler, and I will not allow anybody else to copy
I
it.
did.
But
I said this is not to give him a break on anything at all. I'm just saying it
th-
was. That's
there's
a
a
big one.
there's a couple of scenes here where you can see like James like checking the schedule, and Lisa's like, "Don't worry about Hawaii. Like, don't go. It's not going to work out for you."
Yeah.
And then like later with Lala and Faith, and like he's just going to spend his whole time staring at Lala's tits. You don't have to say we hate you enough already. Like you don't have to be this gross, right? Like it's whatever. But I want
Yeah,
to get to the
and Lisa though
proposal.
is like, you're not invited. Just quit doing this. No one's even said, "Do you want to come yet?" Like, give it a minute.
Um, so I want to get to the proposal
Cool.
because
Okay.
can this man let her live without pranking her? Like,
Oh, man.
why does he have to have a bit
We
ready
knew what
to
it was gonna
go?
be. We
I
called
did.
it.
I predicted it. I was like, meanwhile, like Jackson, Britt are over here, like kissing Sandoval's, all this. Like, nobody knows what's going on. If you cut out the fake couple getting engaged, it was sweet, right? Like, it
Mhm.
was also, too, I don't know how I feel about getting engaged in a restaurant that feels in front of everybody. Like, that feels a little like whatever, but it's
Yeah,
Katie.
I've
But
mentioned before,
why?
I was told not to do that. That was my one rule. Like if you're ever gonna
Yeah.
ask me, like, do not do it in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Sandoval looks or Schwartz, I mean, sorry, he looks seasick. Like he
So
looks like
bad.
the rest of the table is there. He looks like he just got off a boat from the deep seas or like ate something hot but isn't trying to let people know about it. Like there
There
is
is.
a lot happening.
Yeah, and why is he treating proposing to his partner like having sex with an ugly girl? Like he just can't stop pounding beers. You shouldn't be
No.
blacked out for a moment like that.
Yes, I mean there is no amount of red stripe that can keep this man in his lane, and he's like, "I got her right where I want her."
I thought it looked like somebody
Okay,
slipped him Molly and he was trying, like it had
he was
just
like,
kicked in and he was trying to
I
act
know,
like nothing was happening, like he's sweating and just like, is everybody feeling this? Is it just me? Like,
and he does it, and she's like feeling her feelings, and he's like, "We haven't said yes yet," and so she's like, "Okay, okay," and then when they hug, he says to her, "You were such a bitch to me today,
yep,
sir."
yep.
That's crazy.
He's
The amount of
the worst. He
yeah.
does not like her. He
The
does
the
not like her.
first thing as an engaged couple is he very publicly calls her a bitch. So
Yeah. Hmm.
good start.
That's
And
and you got to be really bad because I've talked to people when I go to parties. I talk to people and I ask everyone who watched Vanderpump which of the four are the worst, and a lot of them say Tom Schwartz. And you have to be terrible for people to think that you're the worst. And I think the reason is because he portrays him like with Jax. You know what you're going to get. Tom Sandoval, he's
yeah,
screaming at women, but with Schwartz, it's like he's calculated and he's good at
Mm.
putting on the aw shucks act when
Yeah.
that's
really
exactly
he's
right.
he's just as diabolical, misogynistic, and he talks to women the same way that a Sandoval or a James does, but he does it in like a childish way. So we almost give him
Hmm.
yeah.
And then when they call her mom was like, "Seriously? Like, seriously, you're engaged?" And I was like, damn. Her mom was
Man.
not thrilled. She was like Loki saying, "Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it." And I don't know. Everybody's cheering. I took some like little videos for the socials. Everybody's so happy and like yay, yay, yay. They're only happy because they know how fucking badly she wanted it. They are not happy because this man has a job or loves her or is going to be like a good partner to her. They are happy because she has been tapping her foot for 4 years, looking at her watch, being like, "Get it, give me that shut up ring. I want it right now."
Right. Yeah, that it's a bad sign when no one's actually shipping the relationships, that they're just shipping the fact
Yeah.
that you finally did something that made her happy in 5 years. That was the first thing you've done that made her smile since I've been watching the show.
She was literally like being mean to him earlier that day for probably something that he did 100%. And now she's like, oh, you're a very handsome fiance. Girl, get out. And listen, I'm going to say this. This is hard for me. My dad is named Bubba. It's not his real name, obviously, but like his whole life was Bubba. And so
it's not that obvious. It could be.
I mean, his not on his birth certificate, but for them to just like bastardize this whole like, ooh, blah, 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 it makes my skin crawl every fucking time. Like I cannot. I can't. I hate it so much.
He's just a lazy. A note I took is watching him. Like, if only he could talk to Lisa. If only he could talk to Katie the way he talks to Lisa. He is so charming.
Absolutely.
And nice with her. And it's because like lazy, charming men drool over older, successful, hardworking women. They prey on them. And I think like in the back of Schwartz's mind, he knew that he wants to like wind up with a woman who can be the breadwinner and pay all the bills, so he could like feed the iguana at home and just be the stay-at-home husband and make pancakes every now and then, and probably
Walt Gordo
the pancakes. So he's it's funny because we all know someone who has dated a Schwartz, like a lazy, handsome. I don't know. Is he? What do you think, Sunday?
I won't volunteer because obviously it's like, oh, you're so handsome. You don't want to work? It's fine. I'll work 2 jobs. It's fine. You're handsome. Right. So
she doesn't think he's handsome when he jumps. In all his photo shoots, he happens to like jump at some point. He's jaunty. She doesn't like the jauntiness, but other than that, yeah, I think so.
I find his face to be endlessly punchable.
Right.
There it is.
Okay. So next week, the guest list drama is going to like hit a crescendo here. It's gonna be there's gonna be the height of it where like it really comes down to it. My money is on Kristen's going, right? Like,
yeah,
she's going. Yeah,
has to be. It's not a cash trip without Kristen, and everyone says the same thing. They're like, okay, fine, this time we'll invite her. I guess it would be weird. I'm gonna try to think about the history I have with Kristen. Oh wait, most of my history with Kristen is chaotic and not fun. But we'll.
Meanwhile, producers are like, man, y'all better fucking take Kristen. If y'all don't take Kristen, I ain't paying for your plane ticket. Take Kristen. Take Kristen.
They're not giving them a choice. They're forcing.
Yeah, producers aren't having it. Kentucky Muffin gets a little bit of a spine though. She's like, I'm gonna have a chat with her. Because Lala, back off. They whisper. Y'all whispered in each other's ears. I'm gonna have a talk with her.
I can't wait.
There's a sit down between Sandoval and Kristen, which like just I want to fast forward through all this stuff. Like just get normal. Yeah. The rift between Sheena and Ariana starts here. This is where they start to like.
That's
and Ariana cannot believe I'm going to play with all these assholes. Listen, I will tell you, just like Raylan Givens did in Justified. If you run into an asshole in the morning, okay. If you run into assholes all day long, you're the asshole.
Maybe you're the asshole.
Totally. And this is when I started to notice that Ariana does have a superiority complex, that she thinks that she's better than all of these people that she actively signs up and agrees to hang out with. No, these people are your equals, and all these brand deals that you're getting now, Ariana, you got to think you guys grew together. So don't act like you're better than them, And Stassi, we saw that with Stassi earlier on too, when she went to New York and she was like, I was a star of season 1. I had the most moments. I don't need this. And then she has to learn the hard way that like, no one's bigger than Lisa, girl.
That's right. Don't come at it.
Nope.
I think we're going to get a little bit of Stassi at the end of season 4. Is that what I am remembering? I think that she comes around.
I think, yes, definitely.
I think.
I don't want to spoil it, but
I believe so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jeff, what's your because the past? And you can't say tanning bed because Avi.
I had a few.
Okay, give it.
I think when they go into the tat off and like Sandoval's joking about getting Botox, no one ever joked about getting Botox ever again because they all just
Oh,
got Botox every time they went into a clinic.
and secret. Mm,
Netflix and chill was still
I
having a
had
moment
Netflix and
there.
chill.
That's a couple times. We got a
That
verbal
was enough.
hashtag from Faith. Hashtag ho moment. Um, in a flashback, we got blonde Katie, blonde season two Katie.
Oh yeah.
That's
Hmm.
definite the past. And James going to the printed schedule on the wall to write things down, and
Not the app.
yeah, not the app. And I mean that's all that, and guess what? That worked forever. I hope it's
Hmm.
somewhere living on
Yeah.
because that worked forever. And I would have loved to have been a busboy with them because they were always getting out of there on the weekends. So like I would have been picking up shifts
Yeah.
right and left around the
They
circuit. I would
did
have been
not work
making
there.
big busboy money right here, man.
They did not work there. My one that you didn't list was Craigslist. Like Craigslist
Of
is
course, Craigslist.
obviously
Yes.
they're putting ads on Craigslist. Like that's a bygone era now. So, um, Ethan, did you have any because the pasts?
My main because the past was drunk, like Lala being drunk, and I think
Oh,
Jeff is the secret
Oh
that
yeah,
Lala's sober, but seeing Lala drunk, it does. I've had on again, off again. I've been sober, not sober, and I do want to give Lala flowers for on this show around these people in this environment finding a way to stay sober because
yeah,
seeing her get drunk. I mean, I'm sure that there was a lot of pressure from producers. That's what they do. Like the easiest, the
yeah,
hack for reality TV producers is to get your cast drunk and put a camera on them and see what happens. That's like going the easy way out. And Lala didn't take the bait, and she still, obviously is on TV to this day. She's on the new season of The Valley. So
yeah,
yeah.
it kind of made me proud of her for, obviously we could say what we want about Lauren from Utah and you trying to get popped, and maybe she thinks she's way more gangster than she actually is. But seeing her drunk, it just kind of reminded me of how proud I am for her sobriety.
Do you
I mean,
remember her
it's
water sommelier? So, remember that?
Oh
Remember the
yeah,
episode where the water sommelier?
that's the
I
biggest
think about
waste.
her every time I open a bottle of Pellegrino. I'm like, Lauren from Utah. Thank you so much.
I mean, it's such a big deal in the show. Like, now with season 12, like when one of the main guys is sober, like you knew it as soon as you knew the cast. You're like, and one of them's sober. Like, it's not like it was like they flew someone in from outer space. It's like, just
That's
a heads up, when you see a sober guy on the show, that's not a mistake. Like, we put him on there.
Right.
It's a real thing. People do it all the time, apparently. It's,
I
it's
mean,
catching on.
not yeah,
Right.
not in this world. So I only had one Lisa ism this time
Okay.
where she says you're gonna get into a punch up.
Oh, all right.
I guess that means fist fight.
I had punch up also. Yeah, fist fight.
Yeah.
I know it from like, just punching up scripts is what I'm going for. I was like, punch up.
That's not
They
what she
threw
meant
some
because the
jokes in there. Is that what you're saying?
well, the
Uh,
when she was talking about it, they flashed back to Jax taking off his cable sweater, talking
yeah,
about you want to go, you want to go.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
so I think she meant like fist fight because she doesn't want Max
she
to get
did.
up in a punch up in
She did.
Hawaii. Yeah.
But she
So,
also had the diddly bloody squat
oh yeah, yeah,
talking about how the Toms haven't been doing jack shit. So there's
yeah.
another Lisaism there.
My mother used to say diddly squat, but she did not say diddly bloody squat because Southern.
I,
But yeah.
I mean, that really got me. Yeah, all of them.
I had a really hard time coming up with an LVP. Like I just wrote your mom.
I did. There's always that.
I couldn't. I don't know who did well. Y'all talk about it because I couldn't find one.
I'll
What's the LP again?
so
El-
LVP's like it's the Lisa. We had like the MVP, but I kept
like the
wanting to give it to
MVP.
Lisa, so it just became the LVP. It sounds like least valuable, but it's not. It's like the
Right,
most
I
valuable
know.
player though.
It was a
Um,
little bit of like a snag and branding there, but
I love
the
a supporting
LVP.
player, right? Sunday.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love my Christina Kellys. I
I
love
know
my
you
Danny's.
do.
I love the people on down. So I'm gonna finally give Faith her flowers here. She was awesome. She's been doing great. she's getting,
Jeff.
maybe something going on with the bosses. I'm just going to forge ahead here with the boss's kid, keeping herself in the mix. And she did not flinch when Lala said the word pee-pee about James's pee-pee. And she
Yeah.
stayed in the conversation somehow. Most people would have had a Sunday size shape in the door where
Run
they
out, yeah,
ran
just
out,
run
but
out the
she
door
kept
like fuck
in.
this shit.
And she asked the important questions of which we got zero answers. She asked, how big is it? And she asked, I would like to know what it is you find so sexually attractive about that guy. Lala
That's the
does not
question.
answer her at all
No,
and just goes like, I'm sorry, I had pizza in my mouth right now. What? And just like eats
no,
something.
no, she did not answer. So, like, yeah, I couldn't. I am abstaining from this vote. But like, who won the episode for you, Ethan? Did anybody?
Man, it's whoever wins a Vanderpump
I
Rules
mean,
episode. They're all
such is
competing
life.
for who could outdouche each other. But
The race for the
I'm
bottom.
yeah, you know what? I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say Tom Sandoval. This is probably one of his better seasons, but I do
Yeah,
think he won this episode by letting his birthday be about Tom Schwartz's
yeah.
proposal,
Dang,
and
that's a good
Yes.
also
one.
just being a great friend to Tom Schwartz. Tom
Hmm.
Sandoval is that guy that you want on your bachelorette party. You want to,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
you know, if that guy's next to you, maybe don't trust him around your girlfriend if she.
Well, we don't know that
Yeah.
yet, but yeah.
No, we
Um.
do actually. We do already know it. It hadn't blown
Oh,
up like I know it does, but
yeah.
we
It's the
we have
golden
seen him cheat
nugget.
on people. I did have that also, Ethan. Like I'm giving it to Tom recently because he is like an all-around
Me
good guy,
too.
helping people out. And if what we saw with Shay and his wedding was any indication of how big Tom wants to help people out at big moments, he's about to like have a Super Bowl
I
size
know.
party for Tom
That's
Schwartz for
right.
this wedding. I mean, he went all out
He's
for Shay a couple times.
he's
So
gonna have like
yeah.
the boner of the century helping fucking Schwartz out. My chump, and I feel like I should just say perma chump forever until the unto perpetuity is James. He's the worst. And I just find him so performative in his nastiness that like you can be on screen and get screen time without being so disgusting. Like with like talk about the coconut and the titties and why hasn't she fucked me already? And it's like, you know what? That makes me want to like turn away. So
Those were
I
like
just wrote
half his
James.
lines this episode.
I know.
Yeah.
I wrote him down. I just wrote James because misogyny, and that's where I'm leaving it. So who's the chump? Who lost the episode?
I gotta say Brittany because she drove 32 hours just for a cheating liar, maybe the
It
worst
was a
man in the
toss
world.
up.
she
I made
Yes.
she drove 30
it.
miles. Hey baby, welcome.
Listen.
I got an over the pants hand job last night by your coworker.
Yeah.
Like
And I
Yeah,
gotta
welcome
get
to LA.
I can't get my shift covered at this bar where I really don't work. Also, there's that.
Yeah.
every
But how
every
long?
day Brittany wakes up in Jax's bed, she gets chump of the day from me.
I
just
mean, word. And
I'm
then
with
she's
that.
like, how do you want to celebrate? Well, we'll think of something. Shut up, Brittany. Like gross. Jeff, who's your chump?
Lala for saying PP about
Okay.
uh
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Jane. Yeah. It that was staggering. I couldn't believe it. Or just
It's
that
not
phrase
staggering.
as a grown up. I think that's unnecessary.
Well, buckle in. You're gonna get a lot more shocks, I
God.
think, from it. Yeah. So before we go, Ethan, tell people where to find you and like how to like look at your cool stuff and all this because like that's how I found you. It was TikTok. But tell
Cool.
us how to get to you.
Yeah, you could find me at TikTok at emoneydoesit, Instagram at emoneydoesit, and then if you want to listen to my music, it's YouTube, just emoney music. I got raps. I'm gonna do way more Bravo raps now that
So fun.
I finally found my niche. I finally found my people. You know, with TikTok and social media, sometimes it just feels like you're just yelling out into
the
nothing.
void. Yeah.
But then when I talk about Bravo, people actually engage, and that's how I met you. So I'm
Yeah.
officially Bravo content creator. So thank you
Well,
guys.
I mean,
I
it's
love it.
so delightful, and it is always fun to meet sort of like a historian, a Bravo historian. I could talk to you a million years about Summer House, and then are you watching Real Housewives of Rhode Island?
I just started the other night. My girlfriend's obsessed with it.
Look,
It's all the rage right now, huh?
tells her to make a chart because they all look identical. They all look identical. But I was doing the podcast with my friend Emily. We were talking earlier about Ladies of London, and Ladies of London, they have like one storyline. Like, oh, somebody made fun of somebody's clothes. They're mad the whole season. On Rhode Island, there's a polygamist. There's a cheating husband. There's a woman who can't like get her kids together. There is a like it is so salacious, and I am just like riveted. I'm like, yeah, give me this Italian Rhode Island. Put it in my veins. Love it so much.
You need affairs, you need scandals, you need cheating, you need that type of behavior, and that's what watching season 4 of Vanderpump Rules. And then going, I know you guys aren't watching The Valley. It just makes The Valley look that much worse, you know.
Yeah, it's hard though because like I watched season 3 of The Valley and I'm abstaining from season 4, so I saw all of it, like the post-it notes over the things, like I like the the post-it notes over the camera, and like the tricking the receptionist to getting the call. Like I watched it all, so I am abstaining, but because social media is the way it is, I'm getting like little snippets, and I feel like the tide is kind of turning on our Kentucky muffin a little bit.
Oh yeah, it is.
So all right, to be continued. You're gonna have to come back.
Plenty for me to delve into soon. I can't wait.
I would love to be on an episode of The Valley. That's actually how I got into Bravo shows, was The Valley, because I live in the Valley in LA, and I'm like, that's they just film down the street from my house all the time. I mean, Katie Maloney works out right like a block away from me. She does Pilates there. I know it sounds creepy and stalkerish, but one day I have been practicing what I'm gonna say to Katie Maloney when I run into her, and I will let you know about it. So, but yeah,
she's open to it.
She's the best.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for
here. She's been
got to come back. This was one of like the most fun that we've had. Like this was so fun. Thank you so much. Please come back, and we will definitely be in touch. And obviously, y'all go to the socials to kind of see some of the stuff that I've reposted and all that kind of stuff. So find us at Take a Pinot Pod at all the socials, and that's where we are.
Thank you, Ethan. Thanks to everybody else for listening.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, Ethan. It was so fun.
It was so